Okay, let's just start with like the fact that like I had a really shitty day. Like I had a really shitty day. Like one of the most shittiest days I've had in a really long time. Woke up immediately and was like, I have no fucking will to live. Like there's no point. Like there's literally no fucking point. It's not funny. I laugh to cope, just to make that clear. Fuck everything. I hate life. I hate every single thing that exists. Yeah, basically that was my mindset when I woke up. Nothing happened. Like that's just, I have those days sometimes where I just can't do it. Like that's the best way to describe it. Like I can't. I guess like what I want to talk about is like why you shouldn't strive for happiness. And that's gonna sound really weird, but hear me the fuck out. Hear me out. And maybe I'm just depressed and like and this is my justification of, I don't know. Anyways, I feel like it could be kind of like toxic to completely and only strive for happiness, because think of it like as a spectrum. You have like your really shitty, horrible, fucking I hate my life days, and then you have your I love life, life is so beautiful, I'm so glad I am on this earth days. And then you have those really bland, boring, like okay days in the middle. And I guess like when I have these days, like when I have like the really shitty days, like my brain pattern is like, you know, you're doing something wrong. Why aren't you happy? Why aren't you living your best life? Why can't you be happy? Like why can't you just be happy all the time? Like, and it's like if I'm already having a shitty day and I'm just like down, having to hear all of those like annoying ass thoughts on top of it makes it even worse, because like I have this idea in my head, like ingrained in my head, that I should constantly strive for happiness. I just threw up in my mouth. I'm sorry. And that's just like, I feel like that's like kind of a fucked up ideal, because if you think about it, like you can't have your happy days without your sad days. Like you can't have your really good days without your really shitty days. It's like yin and yang, basically. You can't have yin without yang. You can't have yang without yin. You can't have good days without bad days. You can't have bad days without good days. You can't have highs without lows. You can't have lows without highs. Like it doesn't make sense to strive for one whole side of the spectrum. Okay, let me pop right in here and clarify, because I don't want anyone to think I'm saying you shouldn't want happiness, or like, I'm not saying, you know, don't want happiness. Obviously, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you shouldn't like obsess over it and make it your end all be all. And like, you shouldn't think of it like as this like complete overall goal that you have to complete. Like you shouldn't obsess. I didn't want anyone to think I was saying like, fuck happiness, like don't want that, you know, because like happiness is a good thing, obviously want it, but like don't obsess. And I'm the person that tries to strive for that whole side of the spectrum, and then when I finally get those really good, amazing days, amazing moments where I love life, the only like I always have on the forefront of my mind this whole ideal of, I'm so happy right now, how do I make it last? I need to do something to make sure that my mindset never changes from what it is right now. Like what am I going to do to make this moment even happier? What am I going to do to replicate this moment so I don't have to feel sad ever again? It's like that pressure. And then my happy moment is gone and I didn't even be present in it and enjoy it really, because I was so, you know, stressed over making it happen again and making it last, you know? I was so stressed with striving for that like one side of the spectrum. And then if you think about it, if I'm constantly striving for this one side of the spectrum, the happy days, when I have those really shitty days, not only am I going to be sad and down and hate my life, I'm going to have a whole other layer on top of it of, well, why aren't you happy right now? Why do you hate your life? What are you doing wrong? What could you be doing better to be happy? Like, you know, because, you know, even though I'm down and I'm sad, my brain is still in that strive for happiness mode. And I call bullshit. I feel like that's fucking stupid. The point of life is not to be happy all the time. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just like not it. I feel like Because if you were never sad, if you never experience bad things, how do you learn? Like, how do you learn? How do you become stronger? So it's like there's purpose within those bad days. That's good. That's a good side in it, I guess, but they're still gonna happen, and you're still gonna have to endure it, and it fucking sucks ass. And you should be able to endure it and feel sad and hate your fucking life without having that extra annoying ass layer on it. So let's stop striving for this one side of the spectrum. Let's strive to be content. Let's strive for that middle ground where you can accept the fact that you can have amazing things in life. You can have your dream home, your dream partner, and your dream job. You're gonna have shitty days. But because you're not striving for that one side of the spectrum, you can accept the fact that you're gonna have a shitty day, and you can just have a shitty day, you know, without that extra layer that we mentioned. And then guess what? You're content with your life. You're in that middle ground. You're in that state of acceptance of the entire spectrum instead of that one side. And when those happy moments do come along, you can enjoy them, and you can be with them, and you can live in them without that whole added layer of how do I replicate this, how do I make it last, you know, that without that whole other layer of, you know, striving for that one side of the spectrum. I really hope this makes sense. Like, I really hope this makes but yeah, so like, fuck striving for happiness. Like, sure, obviously I'm not saying strive for sadness, but you know what I mean when I say that. I'm saying stop like obsessing over this idea of being 100% happy all the time, because I'm sorry, that's not realistic. And I'm the last person to say that something's not realistic, because I think anything's possible. But it's just, I feel like it's just a law of the universe. Like, you can't have your up without your down, you can't have your light without your dark, you can't, you know, like, it's science in a way, I guess. It's just unrealistic to strive for that constant state of happiness. So let's strive for the fucking middle ground and just enjoy where it takes us along that, you know, spectrum. Like, let's just be here in the middle, and then let's like go over here some days and appreciate happiness, and then let's go over here some days and feel our sadness and be in it, and then learn from it, and then we're gonna go back to here, and then we're gonna go back here over again, and then we're gonna go to happiness again, and then we're, you know, like, it's just life. It's kind of like a roller coaster is a better way to describe it. Like, the roller coaster of life, I feel like, is the best way to put it. Sometimes you're gonna be up here and you're gonna be there for a while, and then sometimes you're gonna go down, and then sometimes you're gonna be in the middle, you know? Like, why the fuck would you, like, it makes no, you can't be up here 24/7. You can be happy in a moment, but overall the idea of it can be so detrimental. I really hope this makes sense. Okay. Well, okay, I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, I guess. Okay, bye. I'm sorry. Okay, bye.